What up, everybody? It's your boy JKG Brandon. We're back here on Raid Shadow Legends. This isn't necessarily about my account. This isn't about anything special regarding my accounts and stuff. This is actually regarding the what's next in Raid. You can see it behind me, y'all. This might be the biggest patch that I've ever seen in Raid. Like this quality of life, live arena, all the fun stuff that we've been asking for a long time. We're starting to see some of it come through, right? So let's take a look, and we'll kind of we'll pause and we'll talk about it, see what we think, right? And see if this actually is going to be the best patch ever, and kind of go from there. So let's take a look.
Episode of 2023. It's only fitting that we kick the year off with some huge news about what's coming to the game. So let's
live arena is going to be crazy.
Right into it. First up, let's start with the new PvE content. We're supercharging some of our familiar dungeon bosses, making for a really tough endgame challenge. Introducing hard mode dungeons. When we say hard mode, we mean hard mode.
Tainted Hellraiser looks dope.
Tweaks. We've really changed up the mechanics and abilities of these bosses, adding devilish new twists.
Clysis looks pretty sick.
That's not to say you
Pyro.
have to change how you approach dungeons entirely.
I like the reskins. Tainted Scavag.
Dungeons being accessible via
Scavag.
10 extra stages for the Dragon's Lair.
I like it. I like it.
Peak, Fire Knight's Castle, and Spider's Den. So let's meet our combatants. These bosses weren't exactly nice to start off with, but a creeping darkness has tainted them even further. They're tougher, stronger, and more brutal than their regular counterparts.
Okay.
So bring your A game. Let's start with the noxious dragon. It's Tainted Hellraiser.
Before we even get into it, this might be my favorite skin. Like green glowing, just I'm a big huge Gears of War fan. This reminds me of like what they called lambent creatures in Gears of War. So this reminds me of like a lambent boss from Gears of War. So this is chef's kiss before we even get into
Rather than more fire, this malevolent fiend has doubled down on horrific poisons.
So more poisons,
fire
okay.
Skill will apply twice as many poison debuffs as its normal counterpart, Wall of Fire, and it beefs up Tainted Hellraiser with a 50% increase attack buff for good measure. Also,
attack up on him? Okay.
Toxic
You already hit like a
Incineration
truck after a while.
will activate all poison debuffs on your champions at once. This caustic
dirty.
explosion can deal major damage.
That's dirty.
So be sure to bring someone who can cleanse these poisons from your team. Now, let's take a look at Tainted
Cleanser. Who's going to be the best for that? We're going to want somebody that's going to cleanse AoE, obviously. Is Raglan going to be a massive champ for this? I think possibly, because you're going to get that revive. You're going to get, if you need defense in your lead, you have that as well. My gut feeling is Raglan's going to be used here. At least on my account. I'm pretty excited to test this out. Double poisons and a poison explosion against us is pretty dirty. It's pretty dirty. So that's going to be a fun challenge.
Tainted Clysis and see what new tricks he's hiding up his frozen.
Tainted Clysis. I've always wanted to have like a playable character of the Ice Golem.
So your team's turn meter by 30%. Also, he's now utterly immune to poisons. Makes sense, seeing as
the way we killed him was turn meter and poisons. He's going to decrease our turn meter. And now he's full immune to poisons? Oh my god, dude.
As he's literally made from ice. So how do you defeat something made of ice?
HP burn.
Melt it. HP burn is your friend here.
I wonder if bombs are going to work
more
against him.
Damage to Tainted Clysis and destroys the max HP of his minions, making it easier to put them back into the ground whenever they get dragged back into
so
the
HP
fight.
burn is going to make the ads a little easier. That's nice.
Will be getting the cold shoulder from Tainted Clysis instead. Be prepared to change your teams accordingly. Next up, the Ice Golem's hot-tempered counterpart, Tainted Fyro.
Fyro!
If you thought his shield was nasty
Fire
before,
bad.
just wait until you see it now.
Let me know in the comments
if you know
12
got hits to break in stage 25 of normal mode to needing 21 hits in stage 10 of hard mode.
21 hits?
Not even your biggest worry. Attacking Tainted Fyro's shield will destroy
21
your champion's
hits,
max
bro.
HP by 1%.
Okay.
Need more HP destruction?
Okay.
His Corrupting Blaze skill also destroys your team's HP by 15% of the damage dealt.
Yeah.
Meaning, whatever he does, your HP is taking a hit. You'll need to find a way to counter this, or else Tainted Fyro will be carving through your champions like a hot knife through butter. Oh, and he's immune to turn meter reduction too. Sorry, all you Cold Heart and Allure fans. However, all hope is not lost. Turns out Tainted Fyro just needs to chill out. Okay,
Bro.
Using freeze may not literally freeze him, but it will cause him to lose 15% of his turn meter per freeze debuff. Cool.
Okay, so
Let's move on to
freeze
our
is a
next
way
star,
to work
Tainted
around the turn
Scabag
meter.
and her endless brood of spiderlings.
Okay.
The changes to her dungeon should send shivers down your spine.
Maybe I'm ahead of the game with my pick snail being fully booked, huh?
Is immune to turn meter reduction and HP burn. We're not kidding. In fact, if you've got HP burn on her spiderlings, each AP burn activation will now partially.
I'm gonna pause it right here. So it seems like what Plarium did is they took a look at how we beat all these dungeon bosses, and we're like, okay, the way you beat them, you can't beat them anymore. So we're gonna give you something else. My gut feeling is they broke something when they implement this, because we all know they don't test anything, right? So my gut feeling is they broke something. So something is gonna be working a little extra heavy, right? What that is, who knows? I would love if they would have given bombs a chance to shine in one of these dungeons, like against Spider or somebody. Like, it would have been so cool, man. It would have been so cool to have bombs become a meta thing, right? For something hard. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we got that.
So you'll definitely
still some time here.
That. Also, her spiderlings are immune to freeze. So
spiderlings can be frozen. Okay, so
however, where one door closes, another one opens. Each time a spiderling dies, Scabag loses a chunk of her HP. So
okay, so just AoE.
Game, and blasting her entire clutch to Kingdom Come is now.
So AoE damage. Maybe bombs. Maybe bombs. Anybody? Gaius the Gleeful? That AoE double bombs? Hey now. Hey now. That might actually have something. Might actually have something. I'll have to try it. I am excited. I am excited to try this.
So if you can splat them there, you can splat them here.
Okay.
Overall, hard mode dungeons live up to their name, and taking them on is well worth the effort. Along with yielding greater rewards and more event or clan v clan tournament points, hard mode dungeons will also drop mythical artifacts and accessories. Until now, you could only get mythical artifacts from Hydra battles.
Thank you.
It wasn't exactly an easy location to farm.
Thank you.
Once
I hate Hydra.
Dungeons go live,
I hate Hydra.
Choose
like,
which
legitimately.
Hunt for,
so,
and have more ways
giving me a chance to get some mythical gear. Let's go.
And trust me, you'll want these mythical goodies to prepare for the challenges we've got cooking this year. Speaking of challenges, we all know that the best thing in life is to crush your enemies, climb the ranks of the arena, and become the best in the world. But until now, you can only test your strength against AI-controlled defense teams, and we know you all dreamed of more than that. You want to go head-to-head with other players to feel the thrill of real-time PvP and test your skill against opponents as cunning as you are. Now,
not me.
At last,
not as cunning as me.
That dream is becoming reality. Live Arena is coming to Raid.
Okay, I know, not me personally, but I know all the top-end arena players have been clamoring for this for years.
We won't go into too much detail today, so consider this an appetizer before a full feature preview video later this year. Live Arena will be available to all players who are level 50 and above. You can queue up for battles several times a day on a set schedule, a necessary measure to avoid long wait times in a PvE-focused game like Raid. Once you've queued up, you'll be added to the matchmaking pool, and you'll get matched up against an opponent as soon as possible. After pairing up with an opponent, the Battle of Wits begins with picking champions. During this phase, both players will pick their champions one by one, building a team of 5. Each player will then get to ban a single enemy champion from the fight and choose their team leader. No doubt some of you more devious players will come up with plenty of mind games for this. Oh, and one thing to mention, you won't be able to use duplicate champions in the higher Live Arena tiers. Once the teams have been drafted, the battle begins. It won't be all that different as far as core mechanics are concerned, except you're fighting a real human. So be prepared for nasty surprises that the AI could never come up with. All phases in battle will have an overall time limit and a limit on player turns. Should the overall time limit run out, both players will receive a defeated result. You're fighting the clock as much as you're fighting your opponents here, so don't try and stall out for the win. On top of the sheer awesomeness of fighting other players in real time, There'll be dedicated live arena quests, new artifacts, a new addition to the Great Hall where you can spend your hard-earned live arena.
We have HP, attack, defense, ignore defense, speed, crit, damage, resistance, and accuracy. Okay, so ignore defense and speed. Oh,
Crests and other rewards to look forward to. But we'll talk
okay.
about all that later. Those are the two main features we'll be working on in the near future, but we also have some significant quality of life updates coming too. First of all, we're going to make separate multi-battle settings for various game modes and even for some individual dungeons. This should make it even easier to customize your farming teams and ensure they don't run into any trouble during their artifact hunts. We are also expanding your artifact selling options in multi-battle mode. Right now, you can only choose what rank of artifacts you want to get rid of. But we're changing it so you can pick which artifacts you want to keep based on the rank, rarity, type, set, specific substats, or any combination of these factors. It won't be difficult to set up, and
this is massive. This right here might be like, this is the sleeper for the best piece. This is the sleeper for the best portion of this update. I love this. I love this so much.
It'll make your farming a lot smoother. We're also adding a new sorting option for artifacts and accessories that'll allow you to sort your gear by stats. For players with many artifacts, it should help you keep on top of things. Finally, we're going to sort out the chaos that...
So, sorting by stats is going to be massive for people with a lot of artifacts. Myself, I have an inbox full that I have to go through because I took a lot of time away from the game and a lot of stuff just kind of piled up. And yeah, this is going to be massive. I might actually do my first gear cleanse. Like an actual real gear cleanse. So that's awesome.
Fragment summons tab.
Okay, we're gonna clean up the fragment summons.
By any means will be hidden from the list unless you've got at least one of their fragments. It's a small enough change, but it'll make navigating fragment summons much easier. And finally,
so we're gonna hide them. If we don't have, if we have 0, we're gonna hide them. But if we have 5, if we have 1, they're still gonna be in the list. We don't have any way to get new fragments to maybe get that champion. Just remove them. If you're not gonna give us a chance to get the fragments, just remove them. These are one-time things. Most of them are one-time things. If we have 1 fragment for them, if we have 5 fragments for them, if we have 50 fragments for them, just remove them. Larium. Like, this is that's dumb. Frankly, that's dumb. Just remove them or give us a chance to get these fragments. Get a universal fragment that we can put towards that champion from winning tournaments or something. Like something that's gonna cause us to spend some money. We all know how much Plarium loves money. Like, come on. That's just dumb.
Wouldn't be a What's Next video without showing off some awesome new champions in the pipeline.
Ooh, that guy looks dope.
Many of these fabulous barbarians, fashionable Ogrins, and
big
their
boy.
friends are all
big boy
ready
gang.
to jump into the summoning pool and join the fight for Teleria. A few are still in the early stages of development, and we need to iron out some new mechanics. They'll be worth the wait.
Sorry.
And we think you guys will love them.
Nice.
And
nice fox demon look like. That'll be pretty cool.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to keep up with all
so
the
that's the end of the video.
stuff.
All right, overall, I think this is massive. I think the gear sorting is going to be massive. The auto selling and auto keeping for multi battles is ridiculously massive. Live arena is going to be super cool to kind of jump in and play around with. I know the high end arena players are really going to love this. Hopefully, as long as they don't implement it terribly. If they implement it perfectly as is and nothing is completely broken there, I think the high-end arena players are probably going to really like that. And then these hard mode dungeons, baby. Oh, yes, new challenges. I love this. I do like the fact that they took the way we beat all of these dungeons and flipped it. So no more poisons and turn meter on, the dragon. No more poisons and turn meter on Ice Golem, no more HP burn with the freeze on the minions on the spider. I'm really digging the challenges that's going to come from this. So let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite portion of this update? I'm curious because I think between the gear sorting and the gear retention, I guess we're gonna call it, right? For the multi battles, I think that's actually the sleeper over the hard mode and the arena, the live arena. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more stuff like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Love you guys. Peace.